What's up? Okay, so today, hopefully, I'll be doing another online race. So this will be the second online race. Happy New Year's to everybody, and thanks for jumping in. With the oAo League, it's the league I raced with a couple weeks back when we did Goodwood with the F2 cars, and that went well. And saw they were racing this weekend, and I thought it'd be fun to try to do it again. But like always, there's a chance that I'm not going to be in the race just based off of how many people show up. There's only 19 grid spots at the end of the day. So if 19 members of the league show up, I won't be able to race. But it's not the end of the world. We're going to see. I don't know how many folks have been practicing and stuff, but there's a little bit of time left in practice. So I do want to jump in there and test out race fuel and such, and see how all that's working. But the race this week is at Zolder, and Zolder is a beast in the 60s. Man, it's such a cool track. I think everybody that doesn't know the circuit from before they added the chicanes is missing out for sure. But we'll jump in. So I think I've been okay quick-wise. I had a little bit of help getting the car set up this time out. But yeah, I think it should be a good race. I actually have no clue how many laps the race is. So I guess I'll put like 20 gallons in just to see how the car feels with full fuel. But yeah, so the qualifying for the official race should start in about 25 minutes, and then we'll see at that point. I think I gotta wait like 5 minutes or so once the qualifying starts, just to make sure I got a spot. Let me just turn up my volume. All right. So I'm racing the MS7 in the screenshot for the stream. Hope I didn't ruin anybody's anticipation. I had the MS5, but the MS7's quicker, so I'm going to stick with that one. The way this league works, too, you have to race, at least for this little fun series they're doing, you have to race a different car each time out. So I raced the Brabham last time, and so this time I'll do the Matra. Yeah, it's pretty much the same circuit as Zolder is now, although it feels a little more hilly, especially through this first sector. But yeah, no chicanes. Well, there is actually a couple chicanes, but you'll see. I get such a thrill racing cars around this track. It's very fast and kind of scary. I think the chance of a DNF is higher for sure here than Goodwood. Come over the hill, sweep it down, long left-hand curve there. You can almost get that flat out, or maybe some folks can. Come around all of these corners, you're just kind of playing with the throttle to help get the car turned. And then we'll come to the hairpin, so this is a good passing zone, I guess, if you're quick on the brakes there. Oop, locking it up a little bit on my outlap. Then through a mini chicane, so there's still a little kink there. And then this final corner, this is probably the most chicane, but it's a quite high speed type of corner. Just kind of throw it in on both sides, get a good exit. Yeah, you can definitely get a little air over the top of the hill. So time-wise, that was my outlap, so it was a 1:39. You can see at the top of the screen. A little wide through turn one. I think pole is honestly going to be either a 29 or maybe a 28. Maybe Yannick here will surprise everybody with how fast he can go. But yeah, I think it'll be around a 29, 28. I think if I do okay, if I get in the race and have a little bit of time here, I think I can get into the 30s, which looks like that'll put me up front a bit. But we'll have to see. Yeah, and you can get a little bit of air right here. You want to actually dip off the accelerator right there just to make sure you don't over rev the car. probably shifted up too early there. I lengthened third and fourth gears just a little bit because you use them so much around here. Down a second. I think second's better for the hairpin. Drive off is still really good if you can get the car slowed down enough. Just all kinds of sideways through the final corner. So this is full fuel, remember. And Lasse, I see you in the chat. How many laps is the actual race? I didn't even pay attention to that. I hope it's not 500 laps or something. That would be bad news. No, I think it'll probably be about an hour long, so I'd imagine 50, 60 laps. Or probably less than that, I don't know. Lasse doesn't know either. 40 laps? Okay. Yeah, it's going to be around that. So this will be either enough or more fuel than I actually need in the race, but we'll see. Over the hump there. Yeah, there's just a lot of spots at this track. You know, at the last race, right, I had a couple, or at least one off track, and got away with it somehow after hitting a hedge. I don't think you're going to have the same chance here if you get it off track. There's these berms on a lot of the sides of the track, never mind the fences and stuff, but if you hit one of those berms with decent speed, you're going for a flight. Hitting the edge. Yeah, and so you can see relative wise, that's my time from earlier today before I started the stream, but last lap I did 132 with the full fuel, which isn't too bad, I don't think. I'm mostly concerned about, you know, when you race online, I think the big thing is to make sure you're comfortable, you can do laps and stay on the track. That's the big thing I'm trying to make sure I can do. Then you look for the speed. This series of corners, especially on the modern version of the circuit, Sector 1 at Zolder is such a pain. Found it a little easier around here. The track's narrower, so there's less options for where to drive the car, but coming up on Mr. Bruce himself. That's the, I think the owner-runner of the league. Thank him for letting me attend, at least in the practice so far. Oh, over the top of the hill. Yeah, and sometimes I find it's really hard to get the entry because it's blind there, so I touch the grass a little bit. Missed my apex a little bit there. Yeah, the curbs around this circuit, not very helpful. Well, they're not helpful on the insides of the circuit, but like that, you'll just kind of get a little bit of wheel spin, but through some of the corners where you exit fast with the curbs, you can actually lean on them a little bit. So I want to miss the inside ones, basically get as close to them, not hit them like that, but see right there, can lean on the curb a little bit. That was not a good job at it, but you can go a little quicker because of them. Trying to figure out the best way through here. I think it just feels tentative, but you know. The car is actually very well balanced with the fuel. I'm surprised. So up to fifth gear. And I've slipped back to fifth place on the timing charts with my quick lap, so there'll be some quick guys in here, but it's actually pretty close in the middle, so I'm hopeful it'll be a good race. I thought last race was fun, but I really just kind of benefited from some errors, so it'd be good to have some wheel-to-wheel racing with the others. Hopefully not any kind of contact, not that kind of wheel-to-wheel. Less Bowman Gray racing and more, I don't know, Ford Cortina racing. go. Just come to the line. So that's a 131 with full fuel, which isn't too bad. I'm just going to try to run pretty much as long as I can on this fuel here until I think the practice is going to end in about 5 minutes. So hopefully I can stay on the track for another 5 minutes, and then we'll have to wait a little bit to see if I get in the race or not. Oh, snap oversteer there on the exit. That's a death wish. Over the hump there. Yeah, this track is very nice. I think it just looks really good graphically. The trees are very believable. These guys, I think Janetto made this one. They get very good at, at making the scenery look believable. In a second. Oh, a little wide, but staying on the track, and that's what counts. Yeah, the Assetto Corsa version of this circuit is this version of the circuit, just converted. It's not done. I don't want to disparage anybody from making things. It's not the best conversion, though. Down to third. I think third's the right one for T1. I think I can brake a bit later than that, but that's one of the high-risk zones where it's easy to go off. Also through here. Up to fourth then. So I'm not gonna set any quickest times with the fuel I've got on right now, but overall I'm pretty happy with how the car feels, just balance wise. Sometimes when you get the full fuel, it totally changes the car, but it's actually really good. Oh, oversteer there. Gonna run a little wide. It's just a little too fast into there. The line is very close. Yeah, the Isle of Man conversion for R Factor 2. Now that's a very well done conversion. It was done the right way. They asked Jim Pearson if they could do it. He approved. He actually helped them out with some stuff. There are ways to get, I don't think converting a track alone is a bad thing. There's ways to do it correctly. It's just some of these are rushed or done by people that don't exactly have the same intent as the original creators. Coming up on another Matra here. I think an MS5 though. I quite like the Matra as a car. I raced it, I believe, in a video a while back where I did some of the F2 cars at Thruxton, but I think I raced, it might have been this car. Can't remember. There's a good little, I think somebody in the chat on another stream was telling me about the Matra documentary that's on Amazon Prime, which is pretty good. If you're not familiar with Matra, really interesting story. Basically a aerospace company that decided to go racing and dominated. Really, they started racing Formula One in earnest in 1968, and were immediately very competitive. We've got a car stopped on the inside there. It's Bruce. So I'm seeing 15 cars at least in this practice. Makes me a little scared. You can have max of 19. Over the curb there. Oh, a car in front getting very wide. There he goes, spins off the circuit. The circuit is what they'd call a self-cleaning circuit, somewhat. They just the way the corners work. If you crash off, you're not usually going to be on the circuit for very long. Whoa, over the hump there. Got about 30 seconds left in this practice, so pull it in the pits if I make it there at the end of this lap. Yeah, without the chicane before, what corner is that now? Villeneuve? Before, well, where the Villeneuve chicane is now, the hill before it, without the chicane before that, it's such a different experience. But into the pits. All right, so I think the car feels really good with fuel. Happy with that. So we'll see. I think, yeah, 15 cars in practice. Now, some guys might not practice, but it looks like Yannick, 16. Yannick up top with a 30 flat. No idea if he's pushing. Such a close field. Very, very close. All right, so I'll jump out, I think. We'll jump out here. And just gotta wait now. I'll throw on a little music. All right. So, gotta wait to see if I'll be in the race. Want me to wait till 5 after, so it'll be a little bit of a waiting game here. Join the right chat channels. Good morning, Salarman. Yeah, you're on the West Coast, right, or the Mountain Time, so it's a little early. Yeah, Michael, I think I think I'm about where I usually find myself in these online races. Like, I'm not the alien speed, but I'm just behind them. Competitive. I like to think I'm not slow. Oh yeah, that's right, Lassa. Sorry, I forgot that they did the practice start. I don't know. Can I still join that? Did I really miss it? Let's see. I forgot they do a practice start. I might be screwing everything up. Ah, yeah, the server's closed. Whoops. My bad. I'm still new to all the online stuff. It's my second race, so I hope that I didn't do anything wrong. There's a lot of rules with this league, and you have to stop in the pit lanes always. All good rules. None of them are bad rules, but it's just a lot to remember at first. Colin, my pass on Rint. Yeah, when I was cutting up the video to make the highlight reel for the 65 season, I was reliving some of those moments myself. Scott, I used to use George Harrison's Faster, but it's copywritten. So back when I was doing YouTube originally, it wasn't as egregious, I guess, to put copywritten music in videos, or it just wasn't caught or something. But yeah, you can't do that now, or else goodbye YouTube. The GPL cars for Assetto Corsa are pretty fun. They're not all the same quality. So like the official ones that Kunos put out, the Lotus 49, the Ferrari 312, are I think are both pretty good. I think I've seen some stuff about how the Ferrari 312 is not the best modeling. I honestly can't notice. However, I think they feel nice as cars. The other ones are a mixed bag. Like the Brabham I think is pretty good, but like the Cooper is a little rough modeling wise. Physics, they feel okay. I think it's good. I mean, if you want to race some 67 F1 cars, I know GPL is not the easiest to get running, so you don't have to race GPL. I'm bummed I missed the practice start. I forgot all about that. Forgot that's what y'all did. What's a severe piano piece, Mark? I've never even heard of that. Yeah, it was me playing guitar in the 65 review, Michael. It was just a quick little thing. Yeah, the Honda's fun. The Honda's a good car overall. I mean, it's a really interesting one. I think people, who race GPL competitively obviously don't want to race the Honda, but yeah, it sounds good, and it's a fun car. Cool piece of history, I think. Oh, was Francois Sever a good pianist? I didn't know. I didn't know he played the piano. So while I've got everybody in here, for those of you who like the chat and want to chat more often, I did start a Discord server, and we're having a little bit of fun in there. It's mostly been for the folks that are going to be doing my fun race next weekend. However, we've added some new channels and everything in there as well, that you can chat about some different stuff like GPL, obviously, but I made my own Indy 24/7 channel. So I'll paste the invite in the old chat here. If I can remember how to do that, my God. There we go. Yeah, if you like this kind of chat, it seems like it's what we've got going in there. I'm interested in like history stuff, good videos, of course talking about mods and all that. If you go in and there's some stuff that you want to, like a new channel or something, just send me a quick note. Happy to add stuff if it makes sense to have separate chats for it. Let's see, everybody's saying hello in the chat. I don't know, it's going to be close. If there were 16 guys practicing, I feel like I see a couple in the chat that weren't in the practice. So it's going to be close if I'm going to be in or not. But we'll see. Should be about 10 minutes now that I'll know. Michael, did I get a new sim rig? No, so I haven't gotten a sim rig yet. And that's actually one of the things I'm most worried about with the new wheel I'm getting, because I know the force feedback's quite a lot stronger. I have no worries about this desk being strong, but obviously those things are built for having a better setup. So hopefully it works at least all right with my desk and all that. And then yeah, I would love to get a setup, at some point. I don't know when though. You Aussies are crazy for being awake right now. These do record, by the way, so if you don't want to stay up right now, you can always watch this later. Dak, you don't have to give me a spot. I want all the people that race in the league to have a spot, and you guys can race. It's your league. I'm intruding on it. Yeah, I bought a Fanatec Club Sport. So it's it should be good. It's obviously, I gotta shut that off. There we go. The Club Sport should be good. I mean, it's not the direct drive one. I know I got a couple questions about that. and everything, but it should be much better, obviously, than my trusty G27 that I've had for 9.5 years now. So it looks like we've got 17 drivers now, including me. We'll have to see. No, I will not. I refuse to use an audience to displace somebody in the race. I don't know exactly how. I mean, I guess I have to wait the 5 minutes, and then if there's a space on the server, then I'll be able to jump in. That means I also get 5 minutes less qualifying, so I'm almost starting with a hand behind my back. Is there any specific reason I'm changing the wheels? Simply just to upgrade. I think there is this weird. I mean, people always get this way with anything competitive, right? Where you gotta have the best gear. I know I got a lot of comments when I first started doing the camera that, man, he's using a G27. How could you? I mean, it's good enough as a wheel, and I don't think there's any reason you need, like this top of the line equipment to have fun with the sim racing. But I do this enough, and it's also getting there. I feel like I can tell that any day now there's going to be an issue with this thing. It's run flawlessly for 9 years, so I can't say enough about how good it is. But yeah, so it's time to upgrade. I do this enough that it warrants buying a more pricey and fitting wheel for what I do. I gotta remember what the password is for this thing too. Got it in an email somewhere. Yeah, I mean, there is definitely a monetary limit to what I'm able to do, but it should be good. I mean, I'm actually very excited to get a few wheel rims, and KO let me know that I can actually use real ones. I bought one from Fanatec. I didn't even think to check if I could buy real rims. But yeah, I want to get at least, I think in the end I want 3, sounds crazy already, but 3 different rims. I want one that's very similar to this, which is what I bought to start, like a smaller Formula rim. It should be almost identical to this one. So I got that one. That'll be good for everything, really. But and then I want to get one of the big wooden ones for driving the 50s cars. I think that'd be fun. And then as well, hold on, let me see. Oop. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, I want the big wooden rim for racing the 50s cars. I think that's going to be so fun. And I think Fanatec sells like that Ferrari GTO one, which would be cool. And then, yeah, for a third one, I think I'd want not a modern Formula rim. I don't race the modern F1 cars, but something that's maybe not circular. So like, 80s style F1. So, should be good. I love coming into GPL, racing online for the first time and stuff, how it works is very interesting. You have, there's like a chat room that's outside the sim in the software that you use to join, and everybody hangs out in there and chats. It's very nice. Aha, found the password. Hopefully it's the same password every week. All right, so everybody's joining the server, so we'll give it a few minutes and make sure that there's some room, and should be able to get in. I would like to find, I mean, I know I like racing with the oAo guys, but the whole setup they do, it might be a bit too much. It really, I don't want to miss a week at some point and then like kind of ruin the whole league. So I would like to find somebody that that you know I can race with regularly. That's maybe a little more open. I don't know. These guys are. It's not like they want me to join. It's just I don't know. When summertime comes, will I be here every other weekend? I don't know. When the world is open again. All right, so they're all joining their race server. So we'll give it a couple minutes here and see if it's open. Some great people in the chat. I'll just one last time I'll just let everybody know if you like the chatting and want to do that more often. I did start a Discord server, so feel free to join that. I'll send the invitation again a couple times. You don't have to. I don't want to. I hate advertising, but it's more just for fun. So if you like chatting with folks about Sims and stuff, join that. Because we're gonna chat in there all the time. All right, so I don't know, what's the server looking like? It says 8 people in it right now for me. Give it another minute. There's 14 folks in there. It's 5 after. I don't know. I don't want to take somebody's spot in it if they're racing, but I guess he told me to wait to 5 minutes after and then join. So I hope I'm not breaking the rules by joining, but let's see if I get in. All right. I think I'm in. Okay. So I think I'm in. Let me switch the screen here. So we're going to be doing 40 laps at Belgium. And we'll have to see. We'll have to see how I do. So we're doing qualifying, so I'm going to reduce the fuel down. 4 gallons here. Get a few laps in. What do we got for people, though? It looks like a full grid, man. It's good stuff. I'm worried I took somebody's spot, but I guess we'll see. So, gotta do qualifying. And, yeah, I think if I get into the 130s, I'll be happy with everything. Just because that should get me towards the front of the grid, but I don't think I'll have what it takes to get the pole, but I'll try to get as fast as I can here. Come around the outside of this car. I think that's a BMW, right? Am I wrong about that? Over the hill there. Always get a little air and worried I'll hit the outside of the circuit. there. So I'm closing in on this car in front a little bit, but it's going to take a couple laps till my tires are good anyway, so we'll see how it works out. So 137 on the out laps. I should be able to get a 130. That's what I'm looking for. That's right, charge the KERS. Got the DRS set to open. I'm on fuel map number 4. Everything is set up. This corner here is just so different without the chicane before it. It's very cool. Over the top of the hill. Well, it was very much on the inside of the track that time. So behind this car here to try to get some space. Maybe he'll let me by. I don't want to ruin his lap if he's on a good lap. Yeah, I'll let him finish his. I got a little bit of a gap behind me. Alright, come out of the final corners here and start hopefully a good qualifying lap. Whoa, just a nip of the grass there. Coming to T1, still a little early on the brakes, but just don't want to push it too far. A little wide on the second apex, but should be not the worst corner. Oh, a lot of oversteer there as we got on the throttle. 24.6 through the first sector is not too bad. Might close up on this guy again though. Over the top of the hill. Want to go flat out there, but I don't think the car has it. Keep it in third around here. Just try to control that oversteer on the exit. It's a pretty good lap, but I might run into this guy here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to slow down just a little bit here. Alright. That's a good lap, but I'm running out of space between these guys. I'm gonna let this guy by too. Just go, go, go. Lasse behind me. Oh, I don't want to screw him up either. Gosh. This is not a good place to be. Hold on. Alright. Dag's behind me as well. Hold on. I'm gonna get off the track for a sec. I need to find a good pocket. Yeah, Zolder is, I think, a better circuit without the chicanes. Just want to check the chat real quick, make sure I'm not told to get out of here. Nobody said it yet. Okay. Huh, I have a blue Matra now, somehow. That's fine. So everything feels good with the car. I just need to get an open slot on the circuit. That's part of qualifying though, isn't it? Alright, I think I got a good gap behind me to Mr. Bot. Mr. Bot, who finished second at the Goodwood race, so I still got 22 minutes here, so plenty of time. Hammond's in front of me is pretty quick too, so this should be... Ooh, he spun off. Into the dirt. That'll give me a nice clear track here, so as long as when I come by the pits I don't get anybody in front, should have a should have an okay chance here. Probably going to take another lap though until my tires are good enough to actually turn a quick time. Try to slide them a lot here so we can warm them up. Yeah, I think I was like both very happy and upset when iRacing made the Lotus 49 because it's great. Hey, it's great to have a classic formula car. But the ones they keep choosing are like the oddballs, and it's probably going to be more fun for people to have kind of a tried and true. Like they should do a Cooper or something, like a 1967 F2 Cooper. I think that would be so much easier for folks to drive and have fun with. The Lotus 49 is like a tough car to drive, so I don't know. I mean, people want to drive the iconic cars. They totally blow through the first corner there, but they're not the best ones to drive often, you know, driving wise. All right, so come through corners. This is not a good lap, but the tires are still coming up to temp, so. So it looks like there's 18 cars, so there's actually one open spot still, which makes me feel a little bit better. Also, as always with these online races, I can't really read the chat while I drive, so apologies if anybody's asking any questions or anything. I can glance at it once in a while. Well, there's 18 drivers and I am in dead last, but that's about to change, I think. This won't be the best lap, but hopefully it'll set me up for a good one here. So that was a 131. I can do better than that, though. Ooh, a little bit of wheel spin there on the curb. Coming to these corners. High risk corners here, very easy to run wide. Whoa, gonna run a little wide on the exit. Four-wheel drifting there onto the back straightaway. Not a great first sector. I'm a few tenths off what I know I can do there. Just lifted the throttle over the top of the hill so I don't over rev it. Running very wide there. Oh, missing my gear. All right, so not going to be the lap of laps. How does an old game like this look this good? Because people really care about it. That's honestly the reason. Oh, that was a pretty good chicane at the end of the lap too, but I really messed up that middle sector. Oh, I got into the 130, so goal met, but right in the 30s. Just dancing on the accelerator and brake, trying to make the car do something through there. Try to keep it much better through here this time. There we go. Right up to the edge of the circuit, try to use every inch of it. All right. So my optimal is actually right at a 130 flat, which would be my best lap ever. I kind of messed that up again. Won't miss the gears this time though. Easy to go too fast into there. It's deceptively slow. Ran a little wide there. Hard on the brakes. Probably can brake a bit later, to be honest. But this will be a solid lap. Bot's catching me too, of course. He is a bot after all. Just all over the curbs. It's not the best last chicane, but that's a 130.3, so I'm up to 4th. Oh man. Ooh, yellow flag. I'm gonna abandon this lap. I don't want to hold up bot here. Yeah, that was not a great getting out of the way by me. I'm sorry about that. Ended up parking it pretty much on the entry of the corner. Yeah, it looks like bot has Yannick by about one second. My God. A whole second. As you know, seconds in racing are a huge amount of time. All right, so I'm not so worried about like catching bot or anything on a lap, so we'll stay this close. Don't have to worry about aero push, that's for sure. So I got 2.4 gallons of fuel left. You won't be able to see, I've got the full, I added a little more display this time. So in the middle you can see my speed and RPMs and all that. I can actually see on the edges of the screen the oil pressure, temperature, fuel, and all that, but I can't, I'm using an ultra wide and you're only seeing the middle of my screen, so missed the downshift to 4th, but no matter, still make the corner. Wasn't actually that bad either. Whoa, a little fast here. Down a 3rd then, just try to get through. It was a bad first sector, I think. I got a 24 seconds, so not the worst. I think my best lap actually was slower than that through there. Over the top of the hill. Ooh, grinding my gears everywhere here. Ooh, and a car spun off. Is it that same red car? Ah, it's Lasse. What's up, buddy? Put it in the catch fencing. So this lap, I'm a couple tenths off in every sector, so I don't think it's going to be a best time or anything. Car pitting ahead. We got a green in the last sector. Well, I'm gonna run a little hot into T1. I think I just wasn't. You gotta be really hard on the brakes initially, and then you back off the pedal so you get into the corner. Well, that was about as fast as I've done that corner. Still make it. Up to 4th gear then. In a purple first sector. Even though I blew T1, well, and I missed the apex a little, but I think my speed was much higher through there. Over the top of the hill. Down to 3rd gear. Is my picture going fuzzy and weird, or are you guys talking about something else? Alright, 2nd gear then. Ooh, lock of the brakes in front of me. You want to compromise the first corner of this left-right there to get the second one flat out. That's pretty good. Whoa, 130.2. I'm gonna come up to this slower car here. Oh, I'm gonna run a little wide through T1 again. I just can't get that corner right. He let me by, thank you very much. That was the better place to let somebody by through there. Whoa, gonna slide wide here. All right, that ruins that one. So a 130.2. I mean, apparently I could get into the. I could get into the 129s. Oh, he's coming back on me. Come on, you can go by. I might be able to try one more lap here after this. We've got a couple cars closing up though. Alright. Just keep my eyes on the mirrors because I got Hammonds there. Park it on the outside here for a second. Yeah, and Yannick, but I'm only 0.2 off of the guy directly in front of me, so it's tempting to try to do another lap here. And I've got 1.5 gallons of fuel, so that should be enough. Just give him a little space there. Just looking at my mirror. Lowry's pretty far back there, but all right. So we'll hit it. See if I can do a lap. Tires will be a little cooler. Up to 5th gear. Down to 3rd. Not a bad entry to the corner. It was a little early on the brakes still. Oh, I'm gonna run a little wide through this one. I didn't quite get the entry. But it wasn't too far off. 0.2 off my optimal, but let's see how the rest of the lap works out. Oh, over the top of the hill there, getting a little air. Just not going to be able to hold it. It was a little to the inside of the track, so I'm not sure this will be the lap. Well, I'm down to 5th place. Dag got ahead of me. Shifted down there, which I really didn't need to do. Alright, let's try another one. This might be the last one I can do on this tank. Oh, I'm gonna run a little wide through T1. Just try to get on the power. Pretend it didn't happen. Quite the slide there. It's quite slow, I think, doing it like that. All right, so still 0.2 down. A lot of air there. Ooh, a purple sector. That's what I want to see. Oh, and I'm catching a lapped car. We'll see. Or not a lapped car, just another car out on its lap. Oh, grinding my gear. Caused me to actually just run a bit quicker through there than I usually would, which is not too bad. All right, come through the final corner. On the curbs. Cross the line. 129.7. Oh man, that's the quickest lap I've ever done around here. P3. Heck yeah. Well, Yeah, I might end up with a box full of neutrals, but that's definitely the quickest lap I've ever done around this circuit. I've not raced here a ton, but I have a little tea to celebrate. I thought I missed a few corners there too. Sector 1, look at the lap time at 24.7, so I was like 0.15 tenths, 0.16 tenths off. We've got a car coming up here. It's Dag. He's probably mad. I passed him. I'll keep my speed up a little bit, not to be a chicane here. Then second sector, it's the best of all time, which I ran wide through here. In this corner, I really screwed up, so I'm surprised it was that quick. We'll come to the end. I just got to bring the car to the pits. That's one of the rules here, which is pretty cool. That makes it make sure there's just not cars stopped everywhere on the circuit. Yeah, I do have time to improve, but I mean, I'm only 0.4 tenths off of Yannick. So, oh, it's tempting. I don't know if I've got another 4 tenths in it, though. And I'd be pretty happy with a P3 starting spot. This is Zolder, for folks. I'm still, last night tried to explain to me the whole championship, and I admit I was having a couple beers, so I didn't quite understand. I'll go back and read that later today. He was explaining to me all how the coins work and everything. I'm not as familiar with how it goes. There's only 4 minutes left. It's really not enough time to say. I'm pretty happy with that lap. I don't think I will do better than that, but I am going to take a very quick break before the race and everything, so I'll be right back. All right. So, just a couple minutes until the start of this one. And it should be good. So, Bots was able to get in front of Yannick, but I'm in third position. There we go. Yeah, Renee, you should get GPL going. The more the merrier. We got a full grid. I really hope I didn't take somebody's spot away. I see Dag's in here. He was the one joking about letting me take his spot, so. but it's a very, very full grid. 19 cars. It should be a good race. So we got 40 lap race. Let me go set up the car. Oh, is it snowing where you are, Chris? Luckily, we're just getting rain today here. But we had a bunch of snow a couple weeks ago. And it all melted. I'm going to do 15 gallons for the race. That should be good. And then you do not need to have an H pattern to race online, I don't believe. Maybe there's some leagues that make you do that, but I think this one you could race with paddles if you wanted to. But I mean, I do like racing the cars in a realistic way. Like, there's probably ways I could make myself quicker, but that's not fun. So appreciate everybody coming out today. Should be a good race. It's really my second online race with GPL, and the first one went well. Basically just bided my time, made one major error, made a bunch of little ones, but luckily got away with that. So today, starting P3, which is much further up than I thought I would be. Unless somebody turns a lap here, we could get somebody to overtake me at the last second. But so say I'm starting at P3. The goal of the race really is to finish first and foremost, and not make any major mistakes. That's the biggest thing for me. If I can come away, with something in the top 5, I'll think that's a pretty good race. But these guys are all quick. I mean, it took me quite a few laps to even get into the 30s, right? So all the way top 9, quick enough to have a good race with. So just give a quick good luck message. But yeah, so we got race fuel in 15 gallons. So that's 45 laps. It's a 40 lap race. So with the minute and a half times, it's going to take about an hour. So it's going to be a long one. But it should be good. Should be good. So hopefully get away on the start cleanly. First few corners are a relatively high speed, so there shouldn't be any big incidents, I hope. And then once we get on the back straightaway, hopefully things string out a little bit. The hairpin, as long as everyone's spread out by the hairpin, that would be good. I've never practiced to start in this car, I'm just realizing, so hopefully it works like most of the others do. Oh man, this should be somewhat interesting. So Yannick Bot, they're in kind of a league of their own. I'm not going to be running 129 7s. But all right, 45 laps of race fuel. Should be good to go. Everybody cross your fingers. Thanks for joining the stream today too. All right, on the grid. So it looks like Yannick's got a Matra as well. I wonder if he's racing the MS7 or the MS5 like I am. Also got to remember, need to make the car last the full race too, so no over revving. Just waiting for that flag, man. Flag is up. Down. Underway. Really revving it quite a lot there off the start, but now we'll come towards T1. Just try to get through safely. Down to second for the first lap here. Around the inside. I think I'm clear to the outside. These two in front, nose to tail. Yannick's going to try to take Bot here off the line. Might be his only way. Come down to third gear then. Hard on the throttle now. All right, so getting a little pocket for myself here in third place. Yannick and Bot side by side in front of me. Sketchy stuff. Oh, I think Bot ran a little wide. See a little dirt there. Oh my God, that was over the hill like that. Oh, and Yannick's going up the inside of him. Oh, did they make contact? Bot's in the dirt. Oh, he's coming back on. He's spinning to the inside. Be able to get around him there. Oh my God. Quite the start there from those two. All right, well that makes my my job a little easier here. Down to second then for the hairpin. So up to third, up to fourth. Marshall showing the green flag, so whatever happened behind me is cleaned up, I guess. So Bot and Yannick getting in a little dispute there off the line. First lap shenanigans at Zolder. Yannick lighting up the tires into T1. Whew, that was full lock there. Don't want to be doing that too much. So we'll come in to the first set of corners. Now, I gotta not get transfixed in Yannick's lines, because chances are he might race a bit different than I do. Just try to find my own groove here. It's a long race in front of us. Yannick's very quick, but anything could happen. He's also jumping around the circuit quite a lot. So come over the top of the hill. Past the scene of the first lap crime here. Yeah, I mean, going too wide there is a little aggressive, but you know, those two, they had to sort it out somehow. So, get a glimpse of the gap behind me to Down, who I don't recognize. So, Down and then Dag behind them. They're actually a little ways off, but you know, that could all change. Long race to go. Yannick pulling away ever so slightly here. So, doing 131s, which is good, with a full tank. Good for me. Up to fourth gear then. Yeah, and the F2 cars are a lot of fun. They, I mean, they fulfill their purpose in the racing world in that they're a bit easier to drive with the lower power than the 60s, you know, full Formula One cars. And so they become quite pleasurable. Over the hill there. Ooh, missed my gear. One gear already missed. I'll have to get a gear counter or something on the screen. Ooh, I went up to fourth there. I didn't really need to do that. Recover though. Using all of the track and then some. It's really easy to let the car, you know, you can get a weird entry to the corner, and instead of shooting you out onto the racing line, you end up a mile wide. So there we go, through the last chicane. Missed the apex slightly on the second half of it, but making it work. 32 that time. So first mission accomplished. I got away from the start. A little bit of a conflict in front of me, but up to second. Yannick's very quick. He lapped me in the last race, remember. So I guess the next goal, overriding goal to finish, but maybe stay on the lead lap would be a good one too. So Dag's now behind me. Dag got around Down. Dag is quick, so I cannot lay back here. Same spot, missed gear. You're luckily not as dependent on the engine to slow this car down, or else with the 50s cars that would be in the woods. You don't want to miss the last gear into the corner, but you can miss the first one. Yeah, are we doing shots every time a gear is missed? That wouldn't end well. Either that or I would learn how to shift pretty quickly. All right, across the line, another lap. So I think Dag is closing up on me ever so slightly, but I don't want to do anything. It's still so early in the race. There's so much that can happen here. I think that's one of the things you can get yourself into trouble with racing, is thinking it's the last lap, you know, maybe subconsciously. But yeah, I can see the two behind me closing in a little bit. And Lasse there in 5th. I knew he'd be quick. Ooh, touching the dirt there. Not what I want to do. And I think we're already catching a lapped car, so it's going to get interesting with traffic and everything. I'm just touching the curb on the exit. I'm always worried that's going to spin me out, but the car seems to behave over those. Really trying to slow it up into T1. Oh, I felt quite slow through there that time. All right. So they'll catch up to me, but passing is another thing, and hopefully Mr. Johnson is going to be a little more patient than maybe Bot and Yannick were at the start. You got to remember as well, the GPL netcode is not quite as good as a modern sim, so you have to leave more space than you really need to in real life or in any other sim. So it's worth worth surviving to fight another day, I think. Give it up on the entry, take it on the exit there. In T1. I was watching some onboards for some of the other guys, and they were braking so much later into there, but clearly I'm not slow, so maybe just this car, the setup I have, I can't quite dive it in as deep as them. In my mirrors there as I'm coming out of corners. Should have a little bit of a slipstream on me at this point. Yannick is gone. He's way up the track. Try not to over-rev the car there. Down to 3rd. Ooh, I compromised my entry a little bit. Bit of oversteer on the entry. Oh boy, things are going to get real interesting here for a few laps. Just gotta wait there for a second to let the car get around the corner. Just didn't get all the way to the outside of the track that time. Focus forward, but it's hard not to look in the mirror. Just gotta make sure he's not gonna lunge up the inside, obviously. No spotters or anything. So up to 5th gear. It's Dag and I here. He's gonna look up the inside a little bit. Just worried he's gonna try to throw it in there. Whoa! I got very sideways. Where'd he go? He stole my mirrors. Got up on the curb there and it just threw the car sideways. If we get up to the lapped cars, things might get interesting, depending on where we get past them. All right, so pulled a tiny gap on him there. I'm just not quite getting out to the edges of the track like I need to go really quick, but sometimes the car goes a bit where it wants to. Slidey there, nice. All right, decent first sector. I think it's actually quicker than the time I did through there on my pole, or my 3rd place lap. Over the hump. So Dag is right there, but if I keep it together, he's not much quicker than me. At least behind me, you know, to get around. Whoa, I missed that apex. Have to really compromise the second part. So, almost done a quarter of the race. It's gonna be a tiring one. Oh, Dag's right there. He's gonna let me have it. He could just try to go for it, but it's early. It's early in the race. Neither of us are going to catch Yannick, so it's really a battle for a second here. Yannick's gonna have to run into some troubles, I think, for us to have a shot at the actual win. All right. Can hear that engine right behind me, though. Oh, he's right on me now. He's got that slipstream. There's really no place to pass here, man. All right. Taking a chance leaving the inside open, but I would go so much slower if I didn't. So through the hairpin then. So I got a mirror full of a car, but I think quite a few drivers have dropped out of the race, it seems like, because there's Yannick's coming up on P10 and there was 19 cars at the start, so I wonder if there was a big accident or something. Come to T1 then. Ooh, just running wide a little bit, trying to keep the speed up. go. That was a decent first sector. More of those. So 30 laps to go. We've done 10. I'm going to be quite tired at the end of this race. This is a challenging circuit. Goodwood is a little easier than this overall. Not quite hitting that apex, but good enough. So I think Dag and I are pulling away ever so slightly from down, which is good. Would love to get a podium. I don't want to start thinking about it because there's so much race to go, but would be quite awesome. Not too bad. First sector is the one that gives me the most trouble for sure. It's just a very challenging set of corners. It is better than the modern version. Whoa, a lot of oversteer there. Had to jump out of it for a second. He's gonna have a good run on me. Coming up. I really hope he doesn't try to move up the inside down the hill, because that one of us will have to give way if we're not gonna end up like Yannick and Bot there in the start. Oh, and he's right on me. Oh, and he's going for it. Yeah, and he jumped out. Boy, I really thought he was going for it that time. Another lap still ahead though. Still in second place. It's challenging because when you're braking into the corner, you need to check your mirror to make sure the other driver is not coming up on you, and that's the worst time to not be looking forward. But I don't think he's going to make a big dive, but he could, and I guess that's one of the tricks to online racing. With the offline racing, I kind of know the moves the AI will make at this point. All right. Just try to get into a groove here. I've pulled out a tiny bit on him this time. Ran a little wide there. Oh, gonna slide real wide. That's really slow. See, if I was him, can start theorizing now. If I was him, I would just hound the driver in front of me. If there's no clear passing opportunity, just hound him, because you might be able to force him into a mistake. Might be what he's trying to do to me. Just try to keep it nice and tidy here. That was pretty slow though. Quite fast entering the corner. Luckily caught the racing line there. Missed it a little bit. All right, he's very quick now. Right on my rear gearbox. Flying over the top of the crest, a little sideways. was the best way to do the hairpin, but he's right there with me. Dag is quick. He's much quicker than me. He's being very nice about this. Locking it up the whole way to turn one. Alright, so he's not quite as close this time, which is good. Over the top of the crest there. I didn't let up that time. Over rev the car a little bit. Let's see how well this space engineered engine does for me. Alright, I got two cars in front too. Just gonna make things kind of interesting. A mistake T1 would be bad. That's very much not a recoverable area to make a mistake. Oh, just bouncing off the inside curb there. Gotta go a little quicker into that corner to get the apex, slide into the apex. So we're catching up on Bruce here. He's the proprietor of this league. Oh, almost spun the car out. Oh, there goes Dag up the inside. Well, I'm not gonna do what Bot and Yannick did. Caught me on a bad exit there out of the first complex. I kept him behind me for a while, but I'm just not sure that was gonna last the whole race. Either that or I would be going into the woods after some amount of time. See what we do with these lapped cars here. Thanks, Bruce. Let us by there. Yeah, I'll see if I can stick with him, but I don't know. I don't know. Definitely won't give up, though. Don't worry. I think he's a lot quicker than me, ultimately, but I'll get the slipstream at least a little bit here, and I don't want to lose a ton of time because I want that podium. See some smoke ahead. What car is he driving, though? Is that the Cooper? We got Mr. Holiday here. Is he gonna let me? Is he gonna let me? Thank you, sir. Alright, so got a clear track now for a little bit. Ooh, too wide there. Just nipping the dirt. Wide through the hairpin, but if I can keep the speed up, you don't lose that much time missing the apex. Because the cars do take a second to accelerate, so if you can keep the speed up, it's always better to hit the apex, but it's not as costly as you might think. Alright. I mean, we're turning laps in the 130s. It's much quicker than I thought I was going to be able to drive, which is good. Took a very weird line into turn one there, up the inside. I think we do have the speed over fourth place, so as long as we don't make a mistake. Got a long way to go, but we're not even halfway. But a podium was within reach. Oh, he got a little crooked there. It's tough to know what is net code versus him maybe sliding. Boy, I almost went for a downshift there. Sometimes your body just does something different than you know it should, but luckily it didn't do it. So 23 laps to go. Puffs of smoke in front. Ooh, I'm running a bit wide too. Wow, that was very close to a spin. All right. Halfway through the race, and it's already starting to drive a little sideways. All right. So Dag isn't that much quicker than me somehow. Either that or he's just playing with me a little bit. If I drive cleanly, I can definitely stick close to him. That was a bad lap, 131. T1 was a mess last time through. Ooh, he ran a little wide. Unless that's his line. Oh, he ran onto the grass that time. Just ever so slightly. So definitely a lack of lap traffic for a 19-car grid. There must have been some biggish kind of incident on the start, I would imagine. Unfortunately, really. So sticking with Dag here, but I'm right at my limit pretty much for comfortable driving. He does stick to the inside into turn one. It's quite interesting. I guess he brings it to the outside, but you'd think that would make the turn tighter. pretty good sector one that time. I'm just out of slipstream range. Too fast there on the entry. See if I can, yeah, make it work on the exit. So come to the line, about halfway done. This is a long race. This is tiring. Starting to adopt Dag's line there. Drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit with him. He's got a good point about that line. Oh, very, very fast. A lot of slip angle there. We're drifting at Zolder. Oh, and he ran a bit wide. I didn't get a great corner either, but much closer this time. Oh, and he missed the apex, so did I. This is good stuff. I didn't think, once he got past me, I figured he would pull away, but I don't know if it's the slipstream. Maybe I'm making him nervous. A little bit of a stutter going into that corner. Hopefully, hopefully nothing weird's happening. Through the kinks here. I love that last chicane. I wish they never had to change that. That's a real chicane. Well, right up on him now, though. But where to pass? That's the real question. Man. Do I got another 18 laps of this in me? I went to fourth there. I really want to keep it in third, honestly. Got a purple sector, though. Should get quicker as the race goes with the fuel. As long as I don't overheat the tires, which I'm sliding a lot, so it may happen. Wide there on the exit. Come to the line though. Not a bad lap. Low 30. He's jittery around the track a bit. That's the GPL net code. It's almost like what appears when you're in like iRacing and you get a badly connected driver. That's just, you could have the best connection in the world and GPL will be a little stuttery like that. God, we're quoting Ayrton Senna in the chat now. I don't know what you're doing in there, but all right, over the top of the hill, right on the edge of the track, try to get that apex. A little wide, but much better than on some other laps. Went up to fourth again. Oh, come on. I gotta stop doing that. Really just kills my exit here. Okay. So we've pulled out quite a good ways on fourth. Obviously, I went down to third there. There we go. Obviously, if we make a mistake, he's still well within range. But, well, Dag is definitely not going to get passed up the inside into turn one. That is for Dag sure. Through the second corner. So 16 laps to go. Still a lot can happen. I'm holding on with Dag, but he's quick. I mean, and he's not making a ton of mistakes or anything. It's just a couple corners here and there. He's a little wide. I'll be wide on a couple. We're very well matched. It's actually quite a good match here. And to think he wanted to give his position to me for the race. We wouldn't have this then. All right. Come across the line then. Hard on the brakes. I broke a little later than usual, but it doesn't quite work out. Go wide then. Ooh, a little too hot there. Gather it back up. Touch of the curb, not good there. Down to third. Yeah, touch the curb there again. Gonna run a little wide on the exit. Ooh, Dag's running wide. Okay, I'm really not in a rush to pass him. I didn't think I was going to stick with him, but coming up on another lap car. There's plenty of laps for something to happen, so rather than try to force some awkward pass or something, not that I've had the opportunity, but I'm pretty happy following him at the moment. We're not going to catch Yannick, so the man's over a half mile ahead of us. Coming up on 8th place, so yeah, half the field is not with us anymore, and I don't know why. I'll have to look back at the start and see if anything weird happened. Ran wide there. Losing a little bit on Dag here. Whoa, car in front run wide. Yikes, big crash. Down to third. Slide it on in. Keep it in third. Just touch the inside curb there. Down a second for the hairpin. Got on the throttle nice and early that time. Just touching the edges of the circuit. That was a good final sector. Best I've done. Yellow flag. Who is that? That wasn't Yannick, no. Got excited that might have been Yannick, but wow, I almost missed T1 because of that. Somebody speared it into the fence. It's so easy to do if you run just a tad bit wide into turn 1, brake a little late. It's not much of a runoff there, and there's a big hill, so you just launch the car over it. I've not done that, I swear. Oh, we're actually catching Bot. He must have had some damage after that incident with Yannick there. I'm losing Dag a little bit here. I gotta put a couple good laps together. Whoa, locking it up into the hairpin. It's like 50-50 if the car's gonna shoot sideways when you lock it up like that. Luckily, I stayed in a straight line. Oh my God. That was a very sketchy entrance. Okay. Decent first couple of corners. I ran wide in turn 1, but I kept the speed up. Did he get a little sideways there? Yeah, I'm sure Bot's car is damaged for us to be doing a lap on him for sure. Although, Yannick's going to have to get by him, so that could be interesting. Down to third. I need to not hit that curb on the inside there. It just throws me wide. All over the curbs in the hairpin. Oh man, so we're coming up with 10 to go soon. 12 to go right now. It's a long race. It's a long race because there's not a lot of rest opportunities. Dag really throwing it in there. I'm just so surprised how much on the inside of the circuit he's taking T1. It seems like it would just be so bad to do. Sometimes it feels like if you got the line just perfect there, you'd be able to do that flap, but I've yet to accomplish it. There we go. Just don't hit that curb on the inside. Closing in slightly on Dag here. That was pretty good through there that time, even with the late. Ooh, car coming out of the pits here. Is it Bruce? Oh man. All right. Almost ran into the back of him. Try to just get back on it. I lost a bit of time to Dag. Luckily, got away with it though. No contact or anything. Luckily, no flat spots in GPL, so we don't have to worry about that. So definitely would have had some after that. Do my best to see if I can put together a couple good laps and get back up to Dag. He might also relax a little bit if I'm not right on him, so could work to my favor. Wow, really clobbered the curb there into T1. Oh, missed my gear. My gear. So that's what, 3? It's been quite a while since I missed one, so give me a break. All right. Unfortunately, I was like holding station with Dag where I was, so unless he slows down or I can speed up somehow, it's okay. The French mechanics on this car made the gearbox super strong, so 9 laps to go, just hold together, old Bessie. I just tried to get on the gas maybe a little sooner than I could. I had to dip out for just a second. If you're playing the misshift drinking game, it's going to be pretty dry for this one so far. Only 3. Across the line is a 30.5. That's about as good as I think I could do, so just more of those. Hopefully Dag has a little bit of an issue or something. Getting lighter on fuel. Hopefully won't run out. I hate seeing my fuel number during the race. It's kind of nice just to ignore. For myself, trying to calculate how many laps just to make sure I'm going to make it, but I should make it. I got 5 gallons left. So Yannick's right about at bot now, and that could be interesting. Oh, he got around him. So Bot's being the gentleman there. Don't want to hit that curve. That's a bad one. So we'll come to the line. 8 laps to go. So finally getting towards the end of this one. That unfortunate elapsed car incident there lost me some time to Dag. Been able to hold on to him, but I don't think I'm closing very much, if at all. We're just about staying right with each other. Try to push here a little bit though. Don't want to throw away my podium, but second place wouldn't be too bad, would it? Oh, now we're speaking German in the chat. Hallo, meine Leute. Wie geht's dir? All right, come through. Just a little wide there through the hairpin. Oh man, just onto the dirt. So that was a 29.9. I'm pushing, I'm trying. I think Dag's just like, he's clearly very solid. It's good, a good race, honestly. It's not side by side, but it's tough to do side by side in GPL. Oh man, ran wide, didn't downshift at the right position. Yeah, the car feels great. I have to thank Lasse for the setup. I tweaked a couple of things, but it was really solid. About a second quicker than I was without it, so this would not be possible without that. Down a third. It's a bad last lap. That corner really screwed stuff up. Get it better this time. His butt fighting for P6. That's pretty impressive. Get some points after all that. Just 5 laps to go, so it's winding down. Oh, don't want to over-rev her. Just come over the hump there. Luckily I haven't been missing shifts into the hairpin, because that's where it'll really screw you up. That wasn't great. Seems like Dag lights up the tires like every single lap, at least with the net code. I don't know if he's actually doing that. Come on. I think I'm like, literally we're lap for lap the same. Which is so frustrating to be this close to P2, just 4 laps left. We ran wide through there, so did I a bit, but I somehow have closed up so much on Dag here. Alright, I don't know what happened there. Whoa, does he have a problem? Come up the outside. Okay. Hope he's not letting me by for some reason. I'm not sure what just happened there. I'll have to find out after the race, maybe. Does he have a mechanical? Ooh, all over the curbs there. Ooh, he's going into the pits, so something must be up. Oh my god. So back up to P2. once again on skill alone, getting there, getting P2 back. Just got a few laps to hold it together. I've got such a good lead too on the car behind, 4 seconds. If I can just do some mediocre laps here, round this thing out. Oh yeah, maybe he ran out of fuel. Dang, I should have enough. I got 3 gallons left. That's why I always put a little bit more fuel. Honestly, unless you're, you know, one of the really quick guys, an extra gallon or 2 of fuel is not going to change your race much. And who knows what happened with Dag. I'm not really talking about him specifically, but in general, my advice has always been just put a little more fuel in it. You don't want to run out of fuel after an hour race. That's too bad for Dag, though, if that's what happened, because that was a good race, and I don't think I was going to catch him on speed. He's very, very quick, that Dag. But that's racing sometimes, right? Alright, so we'll come to round out this lap. Should just have a couple to go. Just try to drive nicely inside my limits now. There's no reason to push super hard. I think 3rd place is actually falling behind, maybe. That was tough. I pushed for the whole race. That was like about as quick as I could do it for the majority of that. For the few laps before I caught Bruce there coming out of the pits, I was laying back slightly just to see what Dag would do, but for the rest of it, I slid very wide there. For the rest of it, I was pushing. Look, 2 laps to go. I don't know exactly how the counter works for this. There might actually be like 3 circuits, we'll have to see. Down to 3rd then. Down to 2nd. Come around the hairpin here. So, I've lost almost a mile to Yannick, the madman, but I haven't lost a lap this time, which is good. So we'll come to the line. I think still 2 more laps around the circuit. Round the tricky first sector here. Oh, gonna run a bit wide here. Holding on to it though. So up over the hill again. Just give it a nice lift now. No need to push anything. Saw a donation come through. I'll read that after. Thank you so much, though. Whoever it was. Oh, yellow flag. All right, yellow flag. What's going on? Oh, that might just be because the finish, potentially. Maybe. We'll see. Come through the chicane then. Oh, and there it is. Checkered flags. That was the last lap. So P2 in the 2nd race on my online career. So, oh, that was such a good battle with Dag. I'm so bummed out that he ran into some issues at the end. I don't think I'd be able to get around him, but he was quick, man. That was a good race. So really good race for everybody. I'm not sure what happened to about half the field. Would appreciate But thanks everybody. Thanks everybody coming out too. Wow, we got like 400 people in here. Pretty wild stuff. So if you like this is the oAo League, and they're very professional with everything they do. So I highly recommend. I think I put the link to their league in the description of the stream. But P2, not too bad. Here comes a car up behind me. It's Stag. Here he is. Raising his fist at me too. I love that. Why don't more Sims have the ability to move your arms? Once everybody is using VR, then we have to have movable hands for cars like this. That would be the best thing ever. That would be the best thing. So come around. You got to drive to the pits after the race. Obviously, I'm not going to stop everywhere on the circuit. But P2, wow. So I mean, I don't know what I would have to do to get up to Yannick there. It's just like, that guy is insanely fast. And I know there's more like him too. You always hear about the Gregor Hutu days, fastest sim racer. I mean, those guys were insanely quick. They just really knew how to not exploit the game, but like use everything to the max. So we'll park and exit the car. I want to save the replay and the results and all that. But man, what a race. It was a tiring race. That track is so challenging. Oh, it's so stuttery. There we go. There we go. Oh. So export the results here. I don't know, what do we call this? Online Zolder. Keep the replay as well. So, full results. We'll take a look at them in a second. I want to jump out the race here. And disconnect, yeah. Hold on one sec. Oop, I don't want to reconnect. So, I want to go back and whoop, I threw it on the wrong thing. I want to go back and look at a couple of things in the race, but I'm going to jump away for just a second, and then I'll be back to review the results and all that. I guess quickly before I do that, I want to read a couple people donated to me. Jeez, so we'll read some of these. Man, what a race! All right, viewer activity. So Salary Man, thank you so much. That was a while back. Thank you for keep it up. Well, I'm trying to. I tried to keep it up as good as I could. Surprise. Thanks for the kind compliment there and the €2. Mick, DTD, thanks for the £5, my prize money. Okay. I guess that's good. Not too bad. Ball Yachts, this was nice. Thank you so much. And Yee, been seeing you a lot. Commenting on everything. Need more of these. Yeah, I want to do more of this. I think it'd be fun to do like some more racing. I have to figure out what the league situation is and when that would work well for me. The oAo guys are awesome. They're very professional and everything. It's a great race. All right, so I'm gonna jump away for less than 2 minutes, and then we will take a look. I want to look at the final results. I want to look maybe at the replay from the start of the race and see what happened there. But I will be right back. Thanks. All right. So, we want to take a look here at some of the results and all that. I'll get the actual race results up here. Had to get myself a little bit of a drink. Man, there's no opportunity to like sip something on that track. It's too early for a beer here, but I contemplated it. Let's see here, though. Bruce gave me a fright there as he came out of the pits. But all is good. We made it. That's all that matters. Okay, so let's look at it. Let me get the add a window capture, please. Yes, that's a good one. Oh my god, it's too big. Okay. I don't know if you'll all be able to see this. Let me zoom in a bit. All right, so this is the practice results. So I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with that time, the 1:29.69. Nice, by the way. But it's that's a pretty good qualifying time there. Try to get things. You don't need to see me. So the 1:29.69, not too bad. Quickest I've ever gone. I don't think I did a race lap quicker than that. But if we look down here at the starting grid then and go to the official standings. So race was exactly an hour. Great timing, guys, on that. Dr. Mitek. Yeah, the old Hockenheim is the perfect track for a quick drink. So Yannick obviously got the win there. Averaged 103 miles an hour. From me, Jay Demarais. So second place, 32 seconds off. That's not the worst thing. Dag was still able to finish second. So I guess, do they refuel the cars if you go in the pits? I never thought that was a thing. But that's neat. So he was able to refuel, add some fuel or something, and then pull away. Maybe if you stop in your pit stall, it adds some fuel. I never knew that. But then, wow. So if we look, so a big crash on lap one. We're going to go check that out in a second because 5 cars got taken out on the opening lap of the race. Then we had some other attrition as well, probably maybe from the same incident, just got away from it or something. So we'll go check out what the heck happened there. And then Yannick, crazy man, got the fastest lap of the 1:29.2. So pretty good race overall for myself. It maybe was not the most compelling thing chasing Dag there, but hope folks enjoyed it. We'll get the replay started up here and get into Gem. Check out what happened. Because something happened on the start. I want to check out 2 things specifically, and let me know if anybody wants to see anything else. But I want to see the start of the race and what happened with half the field, and then I want to see the incident between Yannick and Bot there. Sorry, I'm just trying to check out quickly. Pause. Sim. Alt. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's go in. Should be able to view it this way. I'm gonna keep the music on. It's nice. Oh, nothing better than finishing a race up front and then relaxing after. All right, so we'll view the replay. I gotta clean out. I'm getting too many replays in here, so I gotta clean these all out. All right, so we'll open up our replay. I have a hat on because it's cold, man. It's Boston in the winter is a cold place. All right, so this is all practice and stuff. Here's the grid. So I guess who should we watch off the line? We'll go with St. Cyr in the middle here and see what happens. So away they go towards the first corner. Everybody's playing nicely thus far. Ooh, somebody in the dirt there. Oh, it's so sketchy out back. I mean, half of it was just me qualifying up front, honestly. I got away from all this at the start. Ooh, car off there. Who was that? Hold on, that's probably not the accident, but Hammond's recovered from that. Probably thanks to this accident, honestly, because, ooh, he came into contact with somebody. Who's that? Oh, Lasse. So they hit, and Hammonds goes off the track there. Everybody else continues on, but probably thanks to the fact that he went off the track, he was far enough back for whatever's going to happen ahead. That's another car off there. Who's that? Lowry. Oh, too bad. I think Michael was pretty quick too. Ooh, he came into contact. So there's a bunch of little incidents. Maybe it wasn't just one incident. So Farina and him contact. That's a big hit too, right into the barrier. So this might stack some folks up a little bit. And then who knows, maybe some damage here. He did get punted a little bit. Still gonna come to the SO bridge. Oh my god. A little wild for the first lap, boys. Wow, locks it up over the top. Oh, there goes a spinning car. There's your incident behind. My god. So, I'm gonna put this one, I don't want to blame people, but there's a couple things happening here. Let's see if view 2 does any better. Spinning out down the hill. Oh, getting clobbered there. Flying through the air. So who hit him? That was such a hard hit. Wow. Yeah, I mean, stuff like that happens, I guess, but it's too bad. So that took out 2 cars, which is bad, but what happened to everybody else? Ooh, there's a car stopped up there. A lot of little incidents. So I was thinking it was like one big crash that took out half the field, but clearly not. So this is the car that went, or no, this is Bot. Oh yeah, okay. So we got to watch what happened between Bot and Yannick there. This is not like watching yourself, by the way, because I'm trying to figure out what happened in this race. So they came over the hill side by side. Switch back to TV1. Yannick's going to go up the inside, try to make the pass, but I mean, that's 50-50. They're just racing. There's no foul play there. Oh, it's too bad, too. I mean, Bot could have stayed on. Maybe he had some damaged suspension, though, from that hit. I'm going to go on board with him real quick. I don't know. What do folks think? I think it's just a racing thing. Let's try it from this chase view. So he's trying to defend, but he's up the outside. He leaves some space for Yannick. Yannick goes in there, squeezes him a little bit. I mean, I don't even think they touched, at least from my view here. It's jittery as all hell. So then Bot goes back out on the track. And then what happens here? Oh, they make contact. That's not good. And Farina, poor Farina, he just went spinning. Oh, and there's oh, okay. So I don't know how Bot survived all this. There's me. I don't need to see me. So there was a second incident there with Bot. So he gets going again. And Farina comes up the inside. They make contact. Bot's just trying to get back in it, right? But he maybe wanted to not do that. That's not great. Oh, man. I don't know. How is his car okay? That's some serious work there, Lotus. So, quite a messy first lap of all things. Poor Higgin. Yikes. He didn't have much he could do, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know how Bot kept going. That was quite the accident. Watch this. Boom. Oh my god. It's gonna make me sick. bushes off. There's Yannick and me pretending to drive well. Yeah, so overall there wasn't one big accident, it was a bunch of accidents that led to all that. A pretty crazy start of the race there. I don't know if there's anything else to check out, right? The rest of it is just laps and laps and laps. We saw it all already. All right. So we'll get out of the old sim here. But that was quite the race. Hold on, what's going on? All right, so appreciate everybody coming out. Hopefully that was fun to watch. It was fun to race in. Thanks for the oAo guys for having me again, and I don't know, it was great fun. Hopefully I'll do another one. I don't know when the next race is for them. Remember, I've got the fun race that I'm putting on next Saturday at about this same time. It'll be starting right now, so that one will be quite a bit different from this. It's in Automobilista. I'll be racing the F1 GP mod that puts the old car in Automobilista, but that should be fun. I think right now we've got like 40 guys trying to qualify so far, and it'll just be the top 28. I got to spend some time this afternoon trying to get a better lap. And then definitely come to the Discord if you want to chat more. There's a bunch of people in there now. I've seen them chatting the whole time that I've been doing the stream, so I got to catch up. But appreciate everybody coming out, and I hope it was a fun race to watch. It was a fun one to race. And yeah, I think that's it. So I'll see you all again next time. Thanks.